Okay, so let's talk a little bit about online versus real life lessons from your experience. Obviously, I'm someone who's only ever done online, which works great for me. But
Yeah, well, initially, a few years ago, my whole experience was with in-person lessons. We would only do face-to-face lessons, and eventually, when some of my students traveled, I think, we said, let's try to do an online lesson while you're away, or when I was away. And we were actually quite hesitant towards it. We weren't sure this would work. And we started, we really enjoyed it. And when they were back, on some days, the weather wasn't so good. The traveling was a bit, difficult.
especially in London.
Yeah, in London. So we started doing it sometimes while we were both in London. And it was proven on the go that was actually even more productive. It was a really focused lesson. You don't lose all the time that that you go there and the chit chat in the beginning. How was the weather?
How was the
like
journey?
The journey.
Should we
We'd like
get a
some
coffee?
all that. With online lesson, you go straight
Straight to the point.
And on the go, we switched completely to online lessons with all my students personally.
Sort
and
of
the
happened
school
organically.
It's happened organically, and the school generally moves towards more and more online lessons because it works better for everyone. It's not just that it's a really productive and focused lesson. You can do it relaxed from your home, from your office, wherever you are.
No background noise in a coffee shop.
Exactly.
No one listening to your conversation. Like as a learner, if you're in a coffee shop doing a lesson, you think like,
self-conscious.
Oh gosh, everyone's listening.
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've never had any of that, but I can imagine how it would feel. Because I've just done online for the beginning. It works for me, it works for them. If there's a cancellation, neither one of us are annoyed at the last minute because we've not travelled very far from here to the desk.
It's so much easier to reschedule. In-person lessons have to have a cancellation policy, quite strict. You have to know from the day before because you have to plan it based on where are your other lessons as a tutor. So with online lessons, it's so easy to reschedule even last minute. Also, it's so easy to find different time during the week to replace the lesson. And we are also flexible with time because when you do in-person lessons, usually it's 1 hour and a half.
Okay.
Almost always it's 1 hour and a
1
half
hour and
because it's pointless to travel for 1 hour to do a 1 hour lesson.
Yes.
While with online lessons, we've done even 40 minutes lessons with people who want to do their lesson before work, for example.
Yes.
And we have a 40-minute lesson twice per week.
Yeah.
And this would work great for them.
Yeah.
And it's also cheaper.
Just totally what works for them. There's no travel expenses.
No travel expenses that you have to pay for the party.
Yeah.
It's really, really flexible and works better and better for everyone.
Yeah. It's just the way the world's moving, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.